Welcome back to the SSLFamilyDad channel. Sometimes we have exciting projects and sometimes we have not so exciting projects. Today is one of those not so exciting projects because it looks like we have a leak in our roof. The leak has been intermittent. It has showed up one other time. When we moved into this house, we noticed that there was a patch in the ceiling. The drywall had been patched and painted over, and so it looked like there was a leak there that had been fixed. Now we were told that the roof was fairly new in the last few years, and so we figured there probably was a leak there before. There was a couple spots in that we could see that the ceiling had been repaired in a few other places. About a month ago, I noticed a drip, and that drip went away. It rained many times, and it wasn't there anymore. Then it came back today. And so there's definitely a problem. I thought maybe that there was some leaves that had collected on the roof that were pooling water and it was getting under the shingles. So I just was up there yesterday. I cleared the entire roof off of all of the leaves. And so I don't think that's the issue. But the roof looks great. The shingles look great. I can't tell where the water is coming from. So we need to get in the attic, a place that I have not looked in this house. I know it's probably a mess up there. And so I have not wanted to look in the attic. But today we are gonna climb up into, there's two different attic accesses in this house that I know of. And we're gonna climb up in the garage attic access. Let's get a few things together, get a ladder and get up here. I'm kind of afraid of what I'm gonna find up there. I have made the mistake in the past of going into areas that I know are probably filled with dust and mouse droppings and who knows what else, maybe mold, without a respirator. So I'm gonna put this, I bought this a few months ago, I've only used it once. I'm gonna use this today. So any dust and dirt and weird stuff I stir up, I'm actually gonna be protected from. I got some gloves. I've got a light, one of my favorite battery powered lights. This is a Home Life. It has several different, it functions as a flashlight and it also has a work light. So, giant permanent marker, green. So this is, my plan is to find where the leak is and I'm gonna mark it with this marker. I have a feeling it's going to be fairly obvious, but I'm going to use the marker anyway. And I'm also going to take some measurements while I'm up there so that I can try to use those measurements to locate on the other side, on the top side of the roof, where the leak is. I won't be able to fix the leak today, but I'm going to identify where it is, hopefully, and get started. Well, right here is where the leak is. It's somewhere over here. It could be right at this peak. But it seems like it's over a little further. So somewhere in that area. Yeah, the shingles look pretty good. I don't know if you can even tell from here, but this whole area is a little bit sunken in right in that area. So, well, here we are in what I call the farm garage. And this is the access. I've seen it here all the last few years. I've looked at it and thought I should look up there, but I never had the guts to just do it.
Found my headlight. Not sure what that was. So this is just above the garage. And then this leads into the area above the house. It should be interesting to walk up there. It's pretty shallow. It doesn't look as bad as I thought. So let's dig through here and find this leak. I'm not sure that's code. Oh gosh. Come on, people. What the heck is that? If I'm thinking about this right, all the way at the end of this should be where the leak is. See where all the mice have been in here. This place is freaking crazy. This house is kind of crazy. That's actually the shop heater. What the heck? The heck is that? What the heck? Huh, it might be useful. It's kind of strange insulation. It's like a bunch of pieces of fiberglass on top of the rolls. Roof looks good so far. I don't know if that's another access to something else. It's somewhere right around here where it's leaking. I think I see it. Yep. That's where it's leaking, right there. Looks like it's dripping in a couple spots. Probably running down the drywall. Wonder what these thinner wires are. Oh, dang it. So it looks like this is our problem, isn't it? This is a disaster. Probably right up at this, right here. And then maybe running down underneath the shingles. It's a mess. And the interesting thing is, it looks like they've already replaced this once, because this is OSB, oriented stranded board. This is what they use, you know, it's cheap. It's what they use on all the houses now. This is what they used in the 70s. This is real plywood, actual plywood, probably 1/2 inch plywood or maybe 3/4. And you can see even down here, it's gotten wet all the way back, even in here somewhere. And it's just dripping down in this insulation, so my goodness. I'm gonna have to tarp off this section of the roof. So yeah, I think it's leaking right on that ridge. Right on that ridge right there. This is one surface of roof that comes up. This is another surface of roof that comes up. And there's a little peak right here, right down this. And I think that's where it's leaking. So I'm gonna actually get up there and see if I can find that. Let me take some measurements. I can't hold the camera and the flashlight and the tape, so I'll have to, we'll regroup back outside.
It wasn't as bad as I thought. It's actually pretty decent up there, besides the mice issue we gotta get under control. Let's go take a look topside and see if we can find anything wrong with the roof. So where I was should have been right there. I can see it. I feel like it's dipping right there. I think that's probably all the rotten wood. It was right from this edge, about 24 to 32 inches, which puts it right at this right here. It's weird because it doesn't look bad. And for that much water to be coming through here. That's got a lot of flux to it. So this is all the rotten area. I don't think the water's leaking through the shingles here. They look fine. The only thing I can think is, I don't know if you can see how this is sloping in. I'm watching water run down the edge of these shingles, and it's going underneath. And I'm wondering if that water is running along all these shingles. It's getting in here. It's getting in between, and then it's actually sloping in underneath the shingles towards that area. It's the only thing I could think of. Let me see if I can find a tarp, and I'll tarp I'm not going to tarp that area down there. I'll tarp this area up here, just hanging off the edge of this. See if that solves it. Well, I found a tarp. It's funny, this is usually how projects go for me. The only tarp I have is full holes. There's holes everywhere. I think mice got into it when it was stored in the garage, so see if I can cut a strip. That ought to be a good test. You have to look up that verse, the good one. These were extra bricks we had from a marriage retreat we did a couple years ago. So the plan is, if keeping the water off this whole section, if it is in fact, getting underneath, especially down towards this area where it starts to kind of tilt that way, the leak should stop. If it doesn't, then there's something else going on. We'll see if that solves the issue. I'm always naive about these things. I've never filed an insurance claim in my life for house or car or tractor or anything. So I don't even know if homeowners insurance will cover something like this. So I'm gonna call them and see. I don't remember who our homeowners insurance is through. I think it's Progressive, something. So we'll have to see. Maybe homeowners insurance will cover this with some kind of awful deductible, I'm sure, and then they'll probably raise the price of our insurance. But hey, we'll see. Maybe it's a possibility. Well, it was a much better experience in this new unexplored space of the house than it was when I went into the last unexplored space in the house. The secret room, the room that I found where there was we had a drain leak down there. It was a smelly, awful mess. If you haven't seen that video where we discovered a secret room underneath our house, I will link to that in the cards up on the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Although this isn't great news, I knew that there was an issue here just because of the way the ceiling was. It's warped in this area. It was since we moved in. I knew there had been a previous problem. There's definitely a problem with the edge of that roof there, and then maybe right where the two pitches of the different roofs come together. So I think I have an idea. I will take you along on another video to get this solved, because I gotta wait for it's a good clear day when things are dried out and it's sunny in order to get any kind of sealant to seal up there. Let me know what you guys think. Any ideas of what should be done? Any ideas of homeowners insurance? Is it worth trying to file a claim and maybe having rates raised, all that good stuff? I'm not a big fan of insurance or dealing with it in general, but let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to hit thumbs up on today's video. Thanks for tagging along for a little exploration of an unexplored space. There's another attic in this house. We'll take you guys along for that. It's a whole other side of this house that we haven't explored yet in the attic. I'm not sure what we're going to find up there. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one.